Hello everyone, welcome back on our YouTube channel Wains Vlog. If you are watching our video series, you already know that we have started or we are almost gonna end today the video series for the preparation of istqb exam. Until now, in chapter number 6, we have covered till the last video. We have covered topic 6.1 completely. In topic 6.1, we had the test tool classifications, then how the test support for the management of testing activities, different types of tool we have seen, and then benefits and risk of test automation we have already covered. Then special consideration for test execution and test management tool, this topic what we had until the last video. So today it's gonna be the last video for istqb preparation, gonna be the last video for chapter number 6 as well. We will not finish our video series here. We will try to continue with some more extra topics or some more tips related to the preparation of istqb foundation level exam. Before starting the video, I will remind you again, don't forget to subscribe our channel, like our videos, share with your friends so that we can have more reach. If you want to support us, even you can support us on Patreon. We will provide the link in the description. So last topic for today, or actually the topic for today, is the effective use of tools. As this particular chapter is related to the tools which we can use or which are being used in the industry in testing. So how you can make or how can you can take the benefit of tools, how can you use the tools effectively. So there are some tips, or you can say topic 6.1 is related to how you can buy a tool, on which basis you should decide that you gonna buy this tool or not, how you will implement that tool in the company, how will you do the proof of concept, let's say how will you do a pilot project to test the tool, and then you can roll out or you can use this tool in other projects. So first of all, the subtopic of 6.2 is main principle for tool selection. So what are the main principle actually for tool selection? Whenever you have a need in that in your current project, that you need a tool can be of a tool can be for any reason. For example, as we have discussed different types of tools, for example, we have a tool related to the static testing, we have tool for test design and implementation, test execution and logging, test dynamic analysis, performance measurement. Automation tool could be for any reason. There should be a particular reason that why you are acquiring the tool. Normally it should not be the reason that company X actually or Y is using the tool for test automation, we should also acquire a tool. Actually, when you acquire a tool, it brings some extra cost for you. There are many type of costs that are being linked with the selection of a tool or using of a tool in your current project. You should also consider those scenarios as well. It should not be a reason that state of the art tools, either your current project needs a tool or not. You should first of all decide that your current project needs a tool, or it's only to be cool in the market that we are using this tool, it is only the reason to select a tool. No, you should be very clear which tool and why you need that tool. So main principle for tool selection actually, here we will discuss. Normally the tool selection is a big process and it is being done, majority it is being decided by the test team management, could be your test manager, and then alongside with technical analyst, technical test analyst, or some other critical members of the team, they decide for the particular tool. So the main consideration in selecting a tool for an organization include assessment of the maturity of the own organization, is strengths and weaknesses, like your organization is mature enough actually to handle the tool. Are we have the do we have the capable people to handle that tool, to use it? Identification of opportunities for an improved test process supported by the tools. Again, if this tool is helping you anyhow, it is saving your time, or it is creating a more opportunity for you, improving your test process, then this should be a principle for tool selection. Understanding of the technologies used by test object in order to select a tool that is compatible with the technology. This would also be one of the main principles to select a tool, like which kind of testing you are using, which kind of technology you are using, which you are testing actually. Let's say you have a mobile app being used in iOS, used in Android, Microsoft. Let's say you have a desktop app being used in in MacBook, Macintosh software, Linux, let's say Windows. So then you should be aware with the technology that you are testing actually, that is being used to test the object, and is tool is compatible with the technology. That is again a question for you to keep in mind. Understanding the build and continuous integration tools already in use within the organization in order to ensure tool compatibility and integration. You are, let's say, purchasing a tool for test execution, so you should also keep in mind, in the current era we are in agile era, we are developing and testing the things at the moment in agile era. So we have continuous integration and continuous deployment around us. That's why if we are purchasing a tool, we should be sure enough that our this new tool can be integrated and can be compatible with the CI and CD pipeline, let's say, and the tools which are already being used, because anyhow you need to integrate that tool in your whole testing process. If you are buying, let's say, a test execution tool, then it should be integrated with the test design tools, let's say, and then test logging tools, for example, test analysis tool. So that you should keep in mind. Evaluation of the tool against clear requirement and objective criteria. For sure you should be very clear with the requirements, that for which requirements, to fulfill which requirements you need the tool. Consideration of whether or not tool is available for free trial period. Normally whenever we select a tool, many companies, I would say 99% companies normally offer a tool as a free trial period, so that you can integrate that tool, test that tool inside your company if it fits your need or not. Normally there is a free trial period, and in that period you can check the tool. You can we normally call it as proof of concept. You integrate the tool, let's say for 2 weeks, you use it in your complete process and say that this tool is good, and then we can purchase it for the long term. We can purchase the licenses, because normally tools are very expensive and you should have a trial period. Evaluation of the vendor, even like vendor will include the training, support and commercial aspects, or support for non-commercial open source tool as well. Whenever you are going for the tool, you should also see if it is an open source tool or is it a vendor based tool. You are purchasing it from a vendor. You should also think in mind, like where should I go and which kind of benefits this tool will bring with for me. Identification of internal requirement for coaching and mentoring in the use of tool. Let's say you have purchased a tool, but nobody is there like as a mentor or coach to train your team. So you should also keep in mind that there should be a person who already at least familiar with the flow of the tool or the basics of the same tool from the other vendor, same kind of tool. You should also keep it in mind. Evaluation of training needs, considering the testing and test automation skills of those who will be working directly with the tools. So if you are taking a tool, let's say they are giving example here of test automation, then you should see that within in your team you have the guys, you have the team which have the skills of test automation already, or you need some extra training, because it will also be considered as a cost which normally a tools bring with you, training cost. Consideration of pros and cons of various licensing models. We have different models available, license models available in the market, commercial, open source, and they always come with their own limitations, their own, you can say, complications, and they have their own standards and some legal requirements that you need to fulfill. So this is also one of the important point that you need to keep in mind. Estimation of cost benefit ratio based on concrete business case if required, because normally whenever we purchase a tool, we say that it will save our cost, we will get a return of investment, and it will anyhow give us a kind of profit, you say. So you also need to be very sure that what will be the cost benefit ratio. Will this tool be effective for me in the long run and will return me investment with the profit if I automate the stuff or use the tool? That is also one of the thing. Then as a final step, a proof of concept evaluation should be done to establish whether the tool performs effectively with the software under test and with the current infrastructure. So as a final step, if all these principles you have kept in mind, and then you say, okay, I have finalized this tool, so maybe as a final step, proof of concept evaluation you will do, and you will see I have the current testing infrastructure. It is using like configuration management system, test planning, test evaluation, let's say whatever you say, test monitoring and control, test analysis, design, and then you bring a test automation tool. So you say that if I bring this tool, and then you check it with your existing infrastructure, can I integrate this new tool with the other old tools and how it will work. So it is also a kind of proof of concept if necessary to identify changes needed to the infrastructure to use tool effectively. Maybe you need to improvise, or you need to manipulate your old change your old tools or old infrastructure anyhow to adjust this new tool. So this is the term we call it as a proof of concept. Normally we do whenever we are actually bringing a new tool inside our company. So then the next subtopic is 6.2.2, which is pilot project for introducing a tool into an organization. This is also very important topic. We never bring a tool and then put it directly in our all the relevant projects. No, normally we do a pilot project. Pilot project means that we get this tool, we learn from the tool, we evaluate the tool, we decide that how we will integrate this tool and how this will be rolled out in other projects, and then we assess as well. So normally this is a kind of, like, you can say a project which is considered to be as a benchmark or as a pilot project to decide that this tool will also be used in some other projects. So normally whatever we do in the pilot projects, there are some terms that we use normally with pilot project. With pilot project, normally we learn, sorry for the handwriting again, we learn something regarding a tool, we evaluate the tool. This is a common term which we use regarding the tool and pilot project. Then we decide some aspects on the tool, and even we assess the tool. So you can say there are some terms: learn, evaluate, decide, and assess the tool. This is what we do during the pilot project, actually, to assess whether the benefits will be achieved at a reasonable cost, and is it effective enough to use this tool effectively in some other projects as well. So after completing the tool selection and successful proof of concept, introducing the selection tool into an organization generally start with a pilot project, which has the following objectives. So there are the clear objectives for a pilot project: gaining in-depth knowledge about the tool, understanding both its strengths and weaknesses. Fine. Evaluation, how the tool fits with existing process and practices that you are already using, and determining what would need to change. So that is again a pilot project. The main purpose of pilot project, that you see if we need some more changes in the existing infrastructure. Deciding on standard ways of using, like now you will come with a standard way of using, you can say some kind of standard documentation inside your company that this tool will be used in this way. Managing, storing and maintaining the tool and the test work products. So how we will maintain the tool, the test work products. Deciding on naming conventions for files and test, selecting coding standards, creating libraries, and defining the modularity of test suite. So everything you decide is standard way of using this tool, and this standard from pilot project will be used throughout the life of that tool in other projects. Assessing whether the benefits will be achieved at reasonable cost. Yes, that is very important point, because we have to assess that if we purchase the tool, will it this tool return us, we call it the term ROI, return on investment. So how you get your investment back normally, in how many years, how much is the cost for the tool, and so ever and so weiter. Understanding the metrics that you wish the tool to collect and report, and configuring the tool to ensure these metrics can be captured and reported. So again, as we have discussed this term a lot, metrics. So we have metrics as well in every process of testing, or in every way of life we have the metrics, things to measure. So this tool which we are bringing, new tool in our current project, this could be any kind of tool, and we say that how this tool will help us to collect the metrics and to use the metrics and capture the metrics, and even to report the metrics to the higher management. Okay, and then so normally it's a normal flow, the tool steps for the tool. We start with the pilot project, we improve the process to fit the use of the tool inside our company, provide training and coaching for the new users, and then we gather the lessons learned from all the teams, and then this is the end of the pilot project. So these are the normal typical ways. Let's start with the pilot project, let's adopt and improve our existing process, provide the trainings to the new users, and then gather the lessons learned, how the tool was, how was it effective, and like this. The last subtopic is success factor for tools. So what are actually the success factor of tool normally that we have, when we can say the tool is a success, or something like this. So what are the factors? Success factors for evaluation, implementation, and deployment, and ongoing support for tools within an organization include rolling out the tool to the rest of organization incrementally. So if the tool is successful, then it will be rolled out to the organization incrementally in the other projects outside the pilot project. Adopting and improving process to fit with the use of tool, that is clear. Providing training, coaching, and mentoring for tool users. that is clear, defining guideline for the use of tool, internal standard for automation, implementing a way to gather users information from the actual use of the tool, monitoring tool use and benefits, providing support to the user of a given tool, gathering lesson learned from all users. So it is a kind of success factor for tools. That is a clear guideline, like how our like what are the factors that tells that tool is successful. It is also important to ensure that the tool is technically and organizationally integrated into the software development lifecycle, which may involve separate organization responsible for operation and or third party suppliers. So this is also one of the important point, and it is also very important that tool is technically and organizationally integrated to the software development lifecycle. Maybe we have a third party companies, maybe we have external employees with us, so you need to be very sure that this tool is completely integrated and we don't have a loophole. So see Graham 2012 for experiences and advice about the about using test execution tool. So that's a typical standard. So friends, this was everything from chapter number 6, and ideally from istqb foundation level. It took us a lot of time to finish this series, like around 1 year. Because in between this time we had some issues as well, some time limitations, some other issues, so we could not finish it in time. And but we are getting a lot of feedback from you guys. You are liking our this series, and please do share it with your friends who are preparing for istqb foundation level exam. In this way you can support us. So friends, this was everything from istqb foundation level. If you have any question, any query, any doubt regarding this topic, regarding the previous videos, previous topic, feel free to comment, or even you can provide us your feedback regarding our video series if you have any. But don't forget to subscribe our channel, like our videos, give us a thumb up, and then share with your friends. If you want to support us on Patreon, you can also support us. As I told you guys in the start of this video, that it's not gonna be end of istqb foundation level. We will try to come time to time with some tips or some videos how to crack the exam and how to well prepare for the istqb foundation level exam. So friends, this was everything for this particular video. We wish you all the best with the preparation of istqb foundation level exam. Until the next video, we wish you happy learning. Take care and bye.